What is up, Internet? It's your boy Tanku. And today we're going to be talking about an anime that deserves to be finished. This one's a little controversial because it has a huge base of followers that would probably agree with me. And then there's a lot that think, oh, this kind of just fell off at the end. It doesn't really deserve it. So before we get started, of course, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, hit me up on the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And with all that said, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Burīchi. And for those of you here in the States that know what I'm talking about, that's Bleach. Bleach was a very part of the big three back in the day. You know, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, big three. But it ended quite abruptly. It almost ended in fillers, but they did end during the Fullbringer arc. And it upset a lot of people because the manga continued. And there's a lot of people that were upset with manga and the way it ended, but it continued quite a bit further than the anime. I know that the ratings dropped a lot on it, that's why it got canceled, but it does deserve to get finished because the hardcore fans that made it part of the big three that don't read manga, because there are a ton of anime only, deserve to have the ending from Bleach. So, I'm going to do a quick recap of it. First, I'm just going to go over the characters. Alright, so we have our main character, Ichigo Kurosaki. He's the main. And then I'm just going to name the other characters and I'll get into the synopsis here. We have Rukia Kuchiki, known as Rukia. Orihime Inoue. Yatsutora Sado, also known as Chad, so I'll be referred to as Chad from moving on. And then Uryu Ishida, and of course Renji Adabari. I don't know if I said all their names correctly, but I'm just gonna be referring to them by their first names: Ichigo, Rukia, Orihime, Chad, Ishida, and Renji. Those are the main characters. And basically, what happens is Ichigo has a teenage boy. His mother was killed when he was young, but he has an ability to speak to ghosts. And he's very nice, and he helps ghosts pass on a little bit too, because he's nice to him and helps him out. Has he helps him fulfill some business in some of the ghosts in the beginning. And then you find out that there's evil spirits called hollows that eat humans and eat other ghosts that haven't passed on yet. And that's when they introduce the Shimigami that help the souls pass on to the underworld where they rule and such like that. And that's where Rukia comes in. Rukia is a Shimigami. And a hollow attacks. Rukia isn't quite able to do it because she's injured. So she gives her power to Ichigo, making him a Shimigami. And through some back-end channels, through Ichigo, his friends Orihime and Chad get powers too. Really cool powers. I'm not going to tell you what they are because you can watch the anime if you haven't seen it. If you have seen anime, you know what I'm talking about. And then he has kind of a rival-ish kind of guy, Ishida, who's a Quincy. And what a Quincy is, they hunt hollows as well. Their main weapon is a spirit kind of bow and arrow thing. But them and the Shimigami don't get along because the Shimigami wants to help hollows pass on to the next life and purify them, while the Quincy's just want to destroy the hollows. But the Shimigami think because if you just completely destroy hollow, the balance will get thrown off and everything will get, go to crap. Renji is another Shimigami that comes in later on. So in the first season, he's not really prevalent, but he's a big important part to the rest of the series. And so that's the premise of it. I'm not going to go any deeper because there's a lot of characters that get introduced. The Shimigami captains, the bad guys, hollows start taking on different forms to where they're more humanish, not just monsters. So the series is very long and it has a lot of stuff in it. But it does deserve to be finished because they ended it during what's called the Fullbringer arc, and those of you know what I'm talking about, and it just got shut down. And like I said, the hardcore fans that made it part of the big three deserve to have it finished, because the last arc that happens right after the Fullbringer arc is a huge arc, and it goes on for a while, but it's big. There's a ton of cool fights, you know. There's a lot of you find out a lot more about Ichigo and who he is and everything like that, and a lot more about the hierarchy of the Soul Society and how it works, and a lot more about, Ishida, who's the last of the Quincy's. And so it's just really good. And if the anime watchers that were anime only, that made it part of the big three, haven't read the manga, then they don't get that closure, because they do. I mean, it's a shonen, but they do kind of have like a will they, won't they, with Ichigo and Rukia, Ichigo and Inoue, or Hime, sorry, and it's just all those questions get answered. Like, they tie it all up in a bow. Who ends up with who? What happens? Ichigo has a lot of ups and downs throughout the anime, and the Fullbringer arc kind of is and by far the best arc is the Husamundo arc. That's where my boy Chad shines. The one criticism I have of Bleach is that they don't utilize my boy Chad a lot, because that's my guy. He's my guy in that anime. I love Chad, and he just kind of is there for the rest of the series after he has this big thing in Husamundo. But like I said, I know why everybody else likes it, because there's a lot of intricate little interweavings for the whole story, and it can get complicated if you don't follow it or even read the manga. And I think that's why the anime kind of fell off a little bit with people, because it got confusing, and they did some filler episodes that were because there's so many people and everybody has names. The flipping swords have names in this anime. So what I would recommend, guys, if you haven't seen Bleach, watch it. It's a really good watch. If you've watched all of Bleach, read the manga so you can get your closure, because you will get the closure. I can't guarantee it's going to be the closure or things are going to go the way you want them to, but you'll get it at least. And I definitely think that they should take the rest of the manga and just finish it off. I mean, they're doing it with Fairy Tail. They've done it with a bunch of other anime. So why not do it with Bleach? I think a resurgence would be good for that show, just to get it tied up and get it finished. So let me know what you think, in the comments below, on the Twitter, the Facebook, the Instagram. Again, don't forget to like the videos and subscribe to channels. We've been getting subscribers lately, and I like it. Let's continue with that interaction. And everybody, let's have an awesome day.